Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be discussing another topic in Alteryx. As we know, Alteryx is one of the most advanced data analytical software in the market, and we have been using it for a long time. It helps us to transform data, to work on data, to do the predictive analytics, statistical analysis, different kind of models, all that. So it's all up to you that how best you can utilize this functionality under Alteryx. So whether you want to do the basic level to intermediate level of transformations, cleaning data and all that. Other than this, if you want to do the spatial related functions, then you want to do the machine learning, text mining, interface, you want to create macros, data investigation, predictive tools, all that. It's all up to you that how best you can utilize all these functionalities. Today we'll be discussing another topic about dynamic input. So dynamic input is one of the most sought requirement, or basically you can use it all the time in your day-to-day activities, and it is very useful, and it helps us to combine multiple files together in a single shot if it is there in the single file, single Excel workbook and all. So that will help us to do that. So we'll see that how it is going to help us. So let me just first load a file. So here if you see that first we know that I'll just load input data. So input data, we can get the data from any of the sources, flat files, CSVs and all that. So databases, data sources, cloud and all that, you all know that. If you don't know that, if you're not aware, or if you're new to Alteryx, please watch my previous video so that you can get clarity that what is Alteryx and how Alteryx is going to help us. So I'll just load a file, and here I'll go to let's say the sample superstore data, which is quite common. We all are familiar with this. So I'll just load this. This is an XLX file. I'll just say open. So here you see that I have options to orders, people, returns and all. Now let's say I want to load orders. So this is an Excel file, Excel workbook, which have 3 sheets: sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and so on. Okay, like this. Now just assume that I have just loaded orders sheet. So I'll just say orders and say okay. Now I realize, okay, this data is same. Now I have to load another file which I have to combine. Basically it's a kind of union if I have to combine all the files together. So if I have to load this file, then what I'll do, I'll just assume that if I have the same file but for a different month or different country and so on. So I have sheet 1 for, let's say, country 1, sheet 2 for country 2, sheet 3 for country 3 and so on, or a particular month, particular region, particular categories, particular products and so on. So these are the things like why we use union of the data. You know that like it helps us to append the data together. So let's say if I'm not aware of people who are not aware of this functionality, then what they will do is I have just loaded this orders table here. Now what they will do, they will just load another file. This is just a practical like solution, typical solution which I am telling you what people normally do, what I have seen and what I used to do earlier. It's not the case for others. Even for when I was not aware of this tool some years back, I used to do the same thing. So I'll select, just assume that orders, this is orders 1 table which I have already loaded, and I'm going to load orders 2 also again in this. So say okay. So now I got orders 1 and orders 2. Now I have to combine them together. So what I'll do, as a typical solution, people who are new, what they will do, they will just go to transform, they will go to join, and then they will do a union here. So here if you see that I got table 1, table 2, both the tables are same, their columns, their structure is completely same. So it will not have any issues in combining them. Combining means appending them together. We use join so that we can combine the tables horizontally. Okay, we use union so that we can combine the tables vertically. So remember these things. So these are very two basic things which you have to always remember. Join so that we can combine tables horizontally. We might need some extra columns from table 1 to table 2, table 3, table 4 and so on. But if you have to combine tables together up vertically, means we are appending the records below the existing table, then we have to use union. So that is how union is used. So here if you see, I'm trying to append it. So under union we already have auto config by name, auto config by position, and manually configure fields. In this case I know that my data will be exactly same the way data is coming, so I can always say auto config by name. Okay, in this case I can always say auto config by name. But if you are not sure that data column might be here and there and all, then you can always use manually configure fields. If position is also always correct, means there will be no change in the positions, then you can always use auto configure position. So these are the basic things for a union tool. Now if I run this workflow, you know that my data will be combined together, and I'll get 19,988 records. Basically it is just you doing a union, basic thing, you know all that. So 9,994 and all. So this is what we will do. Let's say if I have the same table for a different month, different, so I have 20 tables to be combined. Are you going to do this 20 times? You will load input data 1, input data 2, input data 3, and so on till 20 times, 30 times, 100 times? No, you are not going to do that way. That is not an optimal solution. So that will impact your performance and all that. Okay, instead of that, what you should do, in this case you have a very important tool called dynamic input tool. So dynamic input tool will help you to load all the sheets together and then combine them together. So that is what we will be doing. So let's say I will create a new page just to show you clearly. So here I'll just use input data tool again. So here you know that I already have input data tools which will help you to get the data, and I have already created that kind of file structure so that you can easily understand that. So in this case I have a regions xlx file which is having multiple sheets. So here you see it's the same orders data only, but I have just created 4 different sheets with regions names, and I know that data structure and everything will remain same. So this is in such cases where you know that your data structure and everything is going to same. In that case you can use this functionality, very important. So here you see that sheet 1 central, sheet 1 east, sheet 1 south and west. Basically there are 4 sheets in this Excel workbook which have the same structure, same data columns, same number of columns and same positions, but only for different regions. It can be different regions, it can be different months, it can be different years, or it can be different products, customers, anything. It's your business requirement. So here you saw that like we got 4 different sheets. Okay, so I have to combine all these sheets together. What was the previous solution? That I will load them one by one for and using 4 different input data tools I will combine them. But here what I'll do, I'll use only one tool. So in this case I will not use select a sheet, I will say import only the list of sheet names. So this is the thing what I am going to do here using input dynamic input. But I have not used dynamic input. You must be wondering then, oh, I'm talking about dynamic input, but there is no dynamic input tool involved here. So let's wait and proceed further. So import only list of sheet names. Yes, I want to see only the sheet names. So I got sheet names here. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go to dynamic input. So here you can search the dynamic input tool. Basically it's there in the developers folder. So basically in the palette, so if you go to your right, okay, so you will have developer. Okay, so here you got this developer and dynamic input is there. So we had dynamic input, dynamic rename, dynamic replace, dynamic select. Very important tools in our day-to-day activities. Very important. So I'll have a dynamic input tool. Here input data source template, the template which we are using, basically that's a region 1. Okay, this is the region 1. I'll select input only the sheet names, say okay, and here I got that again. Okay, so I got this one. So this is the input data source, and here sheet names is the column basically that is coming as a column. So all the sheets will be showing up here. Now what I have to do, here I got, so I'll show you the again. So here input data source template. What is the input data source? We have used read the list of data sources, so sheet name, And what do you want to do? You want to change file name, table names, change append suffix, prefix, all that you can do. All these options are there. If you're using SQL, then you can use SQL query also. It's your choice. Now what I have to do, I have to just add a browse tool, and we will see that what happens. So I'll just add a browse tool and I'll run this. Here you see I got 9,994 records. Okay, basically here all the sheets names are coming, and here how many I'm having four different sheets, and same central, east, south, and west. So total combined is 9,994 records. So within a single click, I got all the four sheets combined together, appended together, a union of all four sheets using a single click or using a single tool. Instead of having four different sheets here you see four different types. And if I show you that here we have four different regions in this data itself, and total is 9,994. This is for four regions. Same thing I'm getting it here. Okay, but from four different sheets, so where I have central, east, south, and west. So this is one of the most important tool which you can use in your day-to-day activities, dynamic input tool. So don't forget this dynamic input tool, which is very important. It will help you to do a lot of things where basically you can combine multiple sheets together and all. So it's basically the requirement here is that the data structure should be same. Okay, data structure should be same, column should be matching, all that. Otherwise, if the even the position is different here and there, then it might give you some issues. Okay, so but make sure your data structure is same, and you can easily get your data combined together using the dynamic input tool. So that's all from my side for today. Like you can always check out my previous videos on multiple technologies you want to see. So here I'll just put a dynamic input. Okay, so here these are the comments. This is basically we use in our in our workflows when we are just publishing our workflows to the gallery, so that everything is documented properly. So here I have just mentioned, I added a comment, dynamic input tool. So that will help you to get your data combined together. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Hope you might have liked this. If you have learned something new, share with your friends, share with your peers, so that they can also learn something. Keep learning. Thank you very much.